Hi, ladies. I have got a super spicy strength lower body plus cardio circuit that we're going to be doing today. So we are going to be working for 35 seconds, resting for 15 seconds. We're going to go through all 12 exercises 3 times. So each strength exercise is paired with a cardio move right after that. So it's really going to allow our heart rate to speed up while we put that lean muscle mass on our body. So I'm going to do a run through of what we're doing today. We'll go through a quick warm up, get right into the workout, and then have a cool down at the end. So we are going to come into, to begin with, and I have some pretty heavy dumbbells today that I'm going to be working with. So we're going to be coming into a snatch plus a squat. So we're going to work with one dumbbell. We're going to alternate between each arm. So we're going to come down nice and low, bring that weight up to our shoulder, right into that squat, back to standing, and alternate. So as we bring the weight to our shoulder, we're sinking right into that squat at the same time. So that's our first exercise. We're going to pair that right afterwards with an inchworm. So coming at the back of your mat, walking all the way to plank, and all the way back up to standing. So just inching our way into that plank, inching our way back to standing. From there, we're going to go into a B stance RDL, so Romanian deadlift. We're going to work one side at a time. So again, getting that heavy dumbbell, we'll start with our right leg. This right leg is going to be stationary. We're just using this leg as a little bit of kickstand behind that right leg. So this is a hinge motion. We're going to start to bend forward, sticking our butt back as we slide that dumbbell down that right leg. This is what it looks like from the side. So I'm just on the toes of that left foot, slowly coming into that hinge, sticking my butt back. My back is nice and straight, core is engaged. From there, we are coming into an A step. So adding that little hop, alternating elbow to knee. We're here for 35 seconds in between. Then we're going to do the left side RDL. So same thing, grounding to that left leg. Right leg's just at that little kickstand, hinging forward, finding that stretch all the way back through that left hamstring and glute. And then we're back to our A step. You don't have to remember all of this. I will tell you before we do each one. So coming back to our legs, get that heavy dumbbell. We're going to start with our right leg. So our right leg is going to be moving, left leg stationary, the dumbbell's in that left hand as well, coming into a lateral lunge. Sink nice and low in that right glute, bend through that right knee. And then we are going to come into a little bit of a cardio move, holding our dumbbell in a goblet stance. We're coming into something that I think are called monster walks. If they're not, that's what I've named them today. Coming down nice and low in that squat, we're just walking tiny steps all the way up and down our mat, turning around, opposite direction. And then we're coming back into lateral lunges, opposite side. Right hand has the dumbbell, right leg is stationary. Stepping aside to with that left leg, sinking through the left glute, bending that left knee. Woo. Back to the monster walk. And then we're finally going to come down to our back for some dumbbell glute bridges. So your feet are hip width apart, lifting those hips up, squeezing the glutes at the top, coming back down. We are here for 35 seconds. And then last exercise, taking that dumbbell up to the ceiling, coming into standing marches. So this workout's really going to challenge your cardiovascular, your endurance, as well as work to put that lean muscle on. All right, so we are going to warm up. We'll stop between each round. So we're going to run through all 12 exercises, take a little water break. We're going to run through all 12 again, and then a third time. So super challenging here. Let's start out warming up with some torso rotations. Ooh, my heart rate's already up. Good job. Coming into a nice wide leg, reaching opposite fingers to toes, stretching through the back of our leg, coming into some windmills. Opposite arms reaching up. Find a little rotation. Good, up to center. We're kicking our foot in front, opposite fingers are tapping our toes. Don't need a ton of time. Get a really great workout in. Coming back to center, let's open those knees out, 90 degrees, come back in. Working through those hips just a little bit. Switch sides. Nice. Come to center, grab a sip of water before we get started. We're starting off with that alternating snatch right into our squat. So I'm gonna set the timer. We're gonna be working for 35 seconds, resting for 15 seconds, coming right into each exercise, one after the other, resting after the final exercise, which is those standing overhead marches. So I'm gonna press start on the timer. It's gonna count us down 20 seconds. Grab whichever dumbbell you're coming into for these snatches. Legs are nice and wide. Bringing that dumbbell up to the shoulder as you sink into that squat, back down, alternating here. We're working. There's about 20 seconds left on the clock. Right into that squat as the dumbbell comes up to your shoulder. Nice. 10 more seconds, core stays engaged, chest stays lifted. These are super tiring to start this class off with and rest. So we're pairing each strength move with a cardio move to keep that heart rate up. So we're coming into our inchworm, come to the back of your workout space, walk those fingertips out to your plank, right back in, and standing. If you want to make this a little tougher, when you come to plank, add a reach. Make sure you're breathing here. All the way up to standing at the end. Good job. And rest. You have 10 seconds to let your heart rate come down. We're coming into those B stance RDLs. Working through that right leg first. Stationary in the right leg, left foot. We're just up on those toes. Send the hips back. We're working right through that right leg. Left leg just there for stability. Good job. Core stays in. This is just a hinge motion. We're not getting that length through the arm. We're getting that length through bending through the hips, sending the hips back, folding forward. Woo! And rest. Don't put that dumbbell too far. We got to do the other side, but we're going to come into some A steps first. Woo! My heart rate is right up there. All right, A steps, opposite elbow to knee. Make sure you're breathing here. Don't hold your breath through any of these exercises. 20 seconds left on the clock before we come into our left side. Good job, good job. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and rest. Take a nice deep breath in and exhale out. We have time for one more deep breath in and exhale out. Back to that weight, back to left side RDL. Kickstand with that right foot. Send the butt back. Hinge forward, core stays nice and tight. My back is staying flat. I'm trying to imagine pushing a wall behind me with my bum. So really reaching back. Keeping a slight bend to my knee. Using my exhale breath to come out of the movement. One more rep. Weight down. 10 more seconds, coming back into our A step. Then we're gonna move into lateral lunge, right side. Woo. All right, A steps, 35 seconds on the clock. Breathe, breathe, breathe. We always want to use that exhale breath at the hardest part of our exercise. For deadlift, that's coming back up to center. Good job. Get those knees nice and high. For 3, 2, and 1. Woo. Definitely feeling this. Heart rate is in my threshold zone, so definitely working. Moving with that right foot first, left foot stays stationary, dumbbells in my left hand. Stepping my right foot out to the side, sinking down nice and low. Again, I'm still pushing my glutes back, bending through my knees. Good job. Breathe. Five more seconds here. And rest. Grab your dumbbell. We're going into monster walks. We're holding the dumbbell as a goblet. So up by our chest, heels of our hand holding one end. 3, 2, 1. Get nice and low. Walking all the way up and down the mat. Turning. Continue on that walk. Really challenging our glutes, our quads, this entire lower body circuit. Good job. Whew. 10 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and rest. Coming back into lateral lunge, opposite side. So that heavy dumbbell is going to be in your right hand. We're stationary through the right leg, stepping out to the side with our left. Bringing that dumbbell down towards that left ankle as you send that bum back. Good. Breathing here. Nice. 10 seconds left. Ooh. 5, 3, 2, and 1. Heavy dumbbell down. Grab your dumbbell for those monster walks. Maybe you're using the same weight. Whew. All right. Exercise 10 right here. Turn around, keep the glutes low. Core is engaged. Good job. Ooh. These are getting tougher. Second time around. We're gonna give that back a little break, coming down onto the ground after this. Good. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Grab a nice heavy dumbbell. Come into that seat. We're coming into that bridge position, placing it across your hips. Feet are hip width apart, lifting your hips up. bringing them back down. Squeeze those glutes at the top. Slow, controlled movements here. Good. If you want more of a challenge, one leg at a time can lift. Coming into weighted single leg glute bridge. 10 more seconds. And then we're coming into what I think is probably the hardest exercise of them all. Those standing overhead marches. All right, up to your feet. Grab your dumbbell. Ooh. All right, lift those arms up. And we're lifting one knee up towards our chest. Keep that core pulled in. We don't want to lean back here. This is a really great alternative to that high impact high knees, where we're adding a little bit of load. We're slowing down the movement. Still working those hip flexors. Just taking that impact out. For 3, 2, and rest. Good job. That was round number 1. We have 2 more just like that. Let your heart rate come down. Nice deep breath in. Slow down that exhale breath. Grab some water, stay hydrated. Ooh, should have filled my water before I came on here. Okay. Ooh, hopefully your guys' heart rate is up. Like I said, you don't need hours and hours in the gym to get a good workout in, getting that heart rate up, working to put on that lean muscle. If your heart rate is not up, I would challenge you to use heavier weight or work through a little bit more tempo work. So if you don't have really heavy dumbbells, for your RDLs, for example, come into more of a 4 breath tempo or 4 count. 1, 2, 3, 4. Stay in that tension for a lot longer. All right. Letting my heart rate come down just a little bit more. Heart rate currently at 140. Good job. Okay. So we're going through all 12 of those exercises again. So make sure you're challenging yourself, but make sure you're also connecting to that breath, moving with your breath, taking a little break if you need to, because it's a timed circuit. You can move a little bit slower or take a rest. Okay, we have 3, 2, 1, coming into those alternating snatches plus a squat. Good. Our stance is a little bit wider here. Alternating those arms, sinking into our squat when that dumbbell comes up to shoulder height. Whew. This is the one that gets my heart rate right up there. Good job. 10 seconds left. Make sure you're breathing. Don't hold your breath here. Whew. For 3, 2, 1, and rest. 15 seconds. No, that was by far the hardest one for me. Oh, goodness. Okay. Coming into those inchworms. Stand at the back of your workout space. We're going to fold forward, walking our fingertips into that plank. Come back up to standing. Good job, guys. You can still add that reach if you'd like. Whatever feels good for you. Just make sure that it's not too easy. Good job. And rest. Okay. Oh, I'm really feeling this lower body, that's for sure. Okay, grabbing for my heavy dumbbell, coming into that right leg deadlift. Coming up on those left toes, hinging forward, sending my bum back. Core stays pulled in nice and tight. Make sure you're breathing. I'm completely out of breath. Good job. I want you grounding through that entire foot, not just your heel. Good. And rest. Okay. 10 more seconds coming into those 8 steps. This is pretty much the only high impact movement today. All right. Opposite elbow to knee. Add that little hop in between. If you want to take the impact out, you're just driving elbow and knee opposite across the body. Good job, guys. This is my workout for today as well. So definitely feeling that burn. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay. Very much so challenging my own endurance today. Coming out of a little injury, so I haven't been doing much cardio, completely out of breath. Left leg, RDL. I'm up on those right toes, grounding through that whole foot, pushing my bum back. Good. It's not about how low you can get your weight. Should only be a few inches below your knee. I really want you to feel that stretch all the way down your hamstrings. Depending on how heavy your weight is, you may also feel this in your lower back. Lower back still working. Posterior chain movement, meaning the entire back is helping you out with those. Okay, 5 seconds, 8 steps again. Ladies, I hope you're as out of breath as I am. All right, here we go, 35 seconds. Woo. We are halfway through round 2. Keep going, you guys are doing absolutely great. Breathe, breathe, breathe. We'll definitely be adding that nice, relaxing cool down after round 3. Sending you all on your way, feeling energized yet balanced. Rest, 15 seconds. All right. Whew, man. This is a toughie. 5 seconds. We're coming into those lateral lunges. Left leg grounded, dumbbell in that left hand, right foot steps out to the side. Working that lateral movement. We often train forward and backward movement. Sometimes we neglect lateral movement. I know I do. Not my favorite. Not my favorite because I find them very difficult. Woo. Make sure you're coming into a nice wide stance here. Sink that glute down. And rest. Don't go too far. We're here for those monster walks. Goblet stance with our dumbbell. You guys ready? 3, 2, and 1. Sink down in that squat. We're taking those slow, mindful steps, turning around, unless you want to walk backwards. Not too sure how fun that is. Ooh. 20 seconds. Woo. Breathe, breathe, breathe. I'm not sure if you guys can literally hear me panting on this end of the room. Okay, 15 seconds. Take that dumbbell. We're coming right back into those lateral lunges. Dumbbell is in our right hand, right foot staying stationary. stepping to the left side. So when I do this movement, I notice stepping to the right is much harder for me than stepping to the left. So I always try to notice those little imbalances within my body. And then I take that mindfulness outside of my exercise into my daily life. And I try to notice little things that I do that might contribute to that imbalance. And rest. So maybe it's standing more on one side, bending through the other knee, so you're shifting more of your weight. Maybe you hold a child on one side. All of those little things to just start to notice. Right back into those monster walks. Good job. All right. Keep going. Keep breathing. You're almost done round two. We're going to take that nice water break, letting our heart rate come back down to a more steady pace before we go into round three. And rest. All right. My favorite, because I don't have a stand, is those glute bridges. Grabbing for my heavy dumbbell, placing it across my hips. Shoulders are grounded. My chin is just slightly tucked into my chest. Pressing through my heels to send my hips up, squeezing my glutes at the top, just ever so slightly. Try not to let your knees cave in. Also, try not to let your knees splay out. We want our knees and hips in line here. Good job. Okay. Almost ready for that break. And rest. Right up on our feet. Overhead standing marches. All right, guys. Press that dumbbell up. Knee to chest. If you're feeling like super spicy and you're like, I need so much more of a challenge, you can come into high knees with that dumbbell reach straight up. Just please be very careful of holding that dumbbell nice and tight. Almost done round two. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and drop that weight. Grab some water. You guys are doing amazing. All right. Get a little bit of water. My heart rate is at 162. I'd like it to come down to about 130 before we start again. Hydrate, hydrate. If you are a big sweater, making sure you're adding a little bit of minerals to your water. We don't sweat out water. We sweat out minerals in our sweat. So getting some electrolytes, some trace minerals, some Himalayan sea salt, lemon, something like that, adding that to your water to replenish more on that cellular level. Okay, I'm gonna take some deep breaths. Come on with me, inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth. Again, inhaling nice and deep. Send that breath away. Let's do one more. All right, ooh, 137, we're good. See what that deep breathing can do. Controls your heart rate, gets you into that more balanced state. We'll talk a little bit more about that during our cool down. Okay, let's put the timer back on. Round 3, guys, this is it. 12 exercises, and then we are done. We can carry on with our day, feeling strong, empowered, sweaty, all of those good things. We're doing our alternating snatches. All right, time is on the clock. Catching it up at your shoulder, sinking nice and deep. Alternate. You can slow it down if you need to. You can go as fast as you'd like. Good job, guys. I'm using a 25-pound dumbbell here. Just for reference, we have 1 second left. Oh, okay. Coming into our inchworm. That one really does it for me. Ooh. Deep breath in. All right, standing at the back of your mat, 35 seconds of inchworms. Slow and controlled, maybe adding that reach. Last time ever doing inchworms today, hopefully. If you're reaching, make sure you switch arms each time. We have 10 seconds left. Maybe time for one more full inchworm out, reach, inchworm back in, rest. All right, B stance RDL. This is just a name for more of that single leg RDL. So we're using that opposite leg that's not working for stability. 35 seconds on the clock. Let's go. Core stays in. Hinge forward, butt back. Come back up to center. Send your butt back, slight bend to that knee. Core is pulled in nice and tight. This is a juicy lower body workout, if I may say so myself. And rest. What do we have in between this? A step. All right, remember your modification. If you'd like to take the impact out, you're driving knee and elbow across the body. 2 and 1, here we go. 35 seconds of A step before we hit the left leg and those RDL. Woo. 8 is up. Feeling good. Feeling energized though. Make sure you're breathing. 10 seconds. I'll count you down from 5, 4, 3, 2, and rest. 15 seconds. So let that heart rate come down ever so slightly. We're gonna work our left leg. Getting that dumbbell. I'm still using my 25 here. We're up on those right toes. Hinge at the waist, stick your bum back. Core in. As I fold forward, my gaze looks straight down. I'm trying not to create any tension in my neck. See if you can push your big toe into the ground as well as your heel. Good. Make sure you're breathing. One more rep. And rest. Weight down. All right, A step. And we're moving into our lateral lunge and our monster walk. Okay, A step. Let's go. Drive that knee up, elbow crosses the body. Bring in a little obliques into this, little standing core action. Good job. We have 10 seconds. Whew. And rest. Oh my goodness. I'm really feeling these workouts. Okay, lateral lunge. Left leg stays grounded. dumbbell left hand, stepping to the side with the right hand or right foot. Okay, bending to that right knee, send the glute back. This is the side I don't really enjoy. Working through a little bit of right knee injury, lower back. So being very mindful with this movement. I'm using a 20, and I'm trying to really make sure I'm steady, keeping my core in, connecting to my breath. One more, and rest. Not for too long, because we're coming into those monster walks. They're tough too. I feel like the easier exercise gets, the more we increase our load, which is our weight, making them harder all over again. We always want to ensure we're progressively overloading if we want to see changes to our body, whether that's fat loss, whether that's putting lean muscle on the body. And just a hot tip, the more lean muscle you add with heavy weight, the more fat you will lose, because it boosts your metabolism, boosts your testosterone, and rest. Okay, lateral lunges, left side. Take that last 5 seconds of rest. Those monster walks are harder than they seem. Okay, stepping to the side with my left leg. Right hand has the dumbbell. Right foot staying stationary. Nice big steps, think through that glute. Good job. We are at exercise 9 of 12 right now. Ooh. Good job. And rest. Put that weight down for your 15 seconds. Let your heart rate come down. Ooh, mine's at 169. Entering into my red zone. All right, monster walk, goblet hold of our dumbbell. Keep your core in here. The more engaged your core is, the more it helps protect that lumbar spine. Good. Turn around. Small steps. Stay in that nice deep squat as you walk. Okay. 8 seconds. I would love for you guys to tell me in the WhatsApp group which exercise today you found the hardest. I keep going back and forth between monster walks, the snatches. Oh, we're in there, glute bridges. I'm down. Woo, 15 seconds there. Weight across the hips. Lift the hips up. Squeeze the glutes. Yes, I'd like you to tell me which exercise you found the hardest and which one you enjoyed most. Most times, the hardest exercises are the ones we need to add in more often because there's usually a little weakness, tightness, imbalance, a reason why we don't like it. 2, and rest. Okay. Standing overhead marches. Ladies, this is the last one. This is it. All right. Press that dumbbell up. Knee up to chest. We're working 35 seconds. Last 35 seconds today. I'm so proud of you guys. I'm so proud of myself. I hope you guys tell yourself all those positive affirmations because every cell in your body listens to how you talk to yourself. 5, 4, 3, 2, and ladies, we did it. We just killed that strength, lower body, and cardio. Take a moment. All right, we're done. Time is off the clock. Grab a sip of water, come to a seat. All right, take a moment here. Let's let that heart rate come down. So with our warm up and the demo and our exercise and our cool down, the entire workout's under 45 minutes. I don't know about you guys, but I've burned over 300 calories. All right, let's stretch our legs out. I want you to inhale, grow that spine nice and tall. And as you exhale, hinge at the waist, fold forward, whether you're grabbing your toes, your ankles, or your shins, whatever feels accessible. We're gonna hold there. We're gonna slow down our breath. You might find you're feeling a nice juicy stretch for your hamstring. If you're tight in your lower back, like I am, you're gonna feel this stretch all the way down that lumbar area, your lower back. I want you to start bringing some mindful breathing into this cool down. Maybe closing your eyes, tuning in just a little bit. Starting to inhale through the nose and exhale through the nose. See if you can really elongate that exhale. Come back up to center. Sole of the right foot's gonna come to the inner left thigh. Square your hips off to that left leg. Again, we're gonna fold forward. Heart rate's coming down. Good job, ladies. So proud of you guys. Come back up to center. Right hand's gonna come behind that right leg, or right forearm down on the ground. Reach the left arm up and over, left fingertips reach to the right. At the same time, press into that right elbow. Try to create a little bit more lift through the left rib cage. And back to center, extend to the right leg, sole of the left foot to inner right thigh, square your hips to the right leg and fold. And anytime we fold, we can just grab for whatever's accessible. It doesn't have to be the toes. It doesn't have to be the ankles. You can use a yoga strap, a belt, a scarf, anything to help create a little bit of extension and length. Good job. Come back up to center, left hand or forearm down behind that left leg. And the right arm reaches up and over. Press through that left elbow. And come back to that breath. Slow down. Inhale, come back to center. Let's stretch those inner thighs. Bring the soles of the feet together, knees out to the side. The closer your heels are into the body, the deeper you're gonna feel this in your hips. So you can shimmy your feet a little bit further away if it's a little too intense. You can stay upright just like this, or you can start to fold forward. If you're folding forward, please keep your spine straight, don't round. Slowing down that heart rate, good job. Good, come back up center. Because we did those snatches, let's stretch through our chest. We're gonna interlace our fingers or just grab our fingers behind the back, lift the chest slightly, maybe gaze up. And let's flip that, creating a state of balance. Interlace the fingers in front of the body, push the palms away, allow your body to round. Maybe allow that chin to just gently tuck in towards the chest, scoop your navel in. Good job, come back up to center, roll those shoulders. Ending our workout with some breath connection. Inhale, reach those arms up. Palms come together. Exhale, slowly release down. Again, inhale. And exhale, slowly release down. One more time. Inhale, reach up, find length. Exhale. We are done for today. I hope you are feeling great. Thank you for working out with me. Have a wonderful day.